We do. Thank you, Councillor Rubini. So Councillor Rubini has nominated Councillor Staunton, and that is carried.
Thank you very much. My name is James Staunton. I'm the Ward Councillor for Western Commons here at Waverley Borough. And this is John Rubini. John?
Morning.
John is a councillor for Shottermill in Hazelmere.
Can I also declare while we're here that I am also a county councillor, and there is an objection on here from Surrey, so I just want to make sure everybody's aware that I am a county councillor. I'm objective because I have never discussed this application, anything to do with Surrey, so I'm completely objective.
There are no other councillors present, so I'll ask the officers to introduce themselves, please.
I'm Alice Clayton, Environmental Health Officer with the Environmental Protection Team.
And I'm Emily, I'm an Environmental Health Officer apprentice.
Thank you very much. So I shall now introduce the application, which is for street trading consent, Milford and Whitley Limited on Church Road, Milford, Godalming, GU8 5JA. The hearing is to enable the committee to consider the submission and reach a judgment under the rules and guidance imposed by the Licensing Act 2003, and having regard to the Council's statement of licensing policy, which, as far as possible, is acceptable to all parties within the rules and guidelines imposed by the Licensing Act 2003. I'd like to ask the applicant to introduce himself and indeed any other supporters, if you'd like. And yeah.
Good morning. My name is Mehmet Dengiz. I'm the proprietor of the Kebabland in Milford since 2014. And this is my wife. Please.
Super, thank you very much. I think my next order of business is to ask the licensing manager if there are any responsible authorities present. I don't think there are. So I think I now need to invite the licensing manager to introduce the application and outline the matter that the subcommittee is being asked to decide.
Thank you. So on the 19th of February 2024, Milford and Whitley Limited applied for the renewal of their street trading consent to continue to trade at Church Road, Milford, on the following days, those being Monday to Sunday, 5 p.m. till 11 p.m. They wish to sell burgers, kebabs, chips, and other similar takeaway food. A location of the proposed site is attached as Appendix 5. When an application for a street trading consent is received, the following stakeholders are consulted. Those are the police, the fire authority, the highways authority, local ward councillors, local chambers of commerce, local town parish council, portfolio holders for operational enforcement services, and the licensing committee chairman and vice chairman. They were emailed on the 19th of February 2024, along with the head of environmental and regulatory services, environmental health manager for environmental protection, and also for the food and safety team. A notice advising on the application would have been placed at the trading location by the applicant, advising people to contact environmental health if they had any concerns about the application. The public are also notified of the application via the council's social media platforms. The deadline for consultation responses was the 18th of March 2024. This is 28 days after the start of the consultation period. In response to the consultation, one objection from Surrey County Council Highways was received, and 3 responses of no objection, 2 from Waverley Borough councillors and the Surrey Fire and Rescue Service. No other responses were received. The responses can be found in Appendix 6. The representation from Surrey Highways is on public safety grounds. The representation raises concerns about the busy A road the kebab van is located next to, the bend in the road and the roundabout near the kebab van's trading location, and the use of the footpath by the trader. The highways officer raised concern about the potential damage to the footway and any utility apparatus beneath it due to the footpath construction not being suitable to take the weight of the vehicle. Clarification has been sought from Surrey Highways in relation to the parking designation of this location. Currently, there are no parking restrictions, but restrictions are under consideration. Parking should not take place on the footpath. However, this is a matter enforced by Surrey Police for obstruction of the highway. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just like to check with the applicant that you've received a copy of the relevant report and you understand the content.
Yes, I do. They are the same from last year, I think. Nothing has been changed.
Would you like to ask any questions of the licensing manager about the report at this point?
No, thank you.
Do you have any questions for the licensing manager, John?
Yes, thank you. This obviously went to Surrey Police, but I don't see a response in here. Did they manage to contact you at all about anything?
They were contacted, but there wasn't a response from Surrey Police, just from the councillors and from the fire and rescue.
Yeah. Sorry.
I guess you're saying, have they responded at all? I would need to double check with my colleagues whether there was, but there certainly is no. There was no objections by them.
Okay, I was looking for a positive response because I wanted to make sure there was no antisocial behaviour in this area. Do we know of any or any litter problems? Because those are the two things that normally police could bring up if they were concerned.
We haven't had any complaints of antisocial behaviour, and I mean, if you look at the appendix from the response from one of the councillors, there's a quite a positive statement made in there with regard to Mr. Denges, but I can't say more than that.
Okay, I did in fact read Councillor Gales and Simon's reports, and they did indicate that. One of the reasons that I ask is because obviously if we do have an antisocial behaviour problem in the area, it may not be centred on the applicant, but obviously there's nearby public houses, etc. And what you often get, as you probably know, they come out of the pub late at night and then centre themselves on a takeaway food, and that's when you get problems. But if there's no complaint, then that's fine.
We've had no complaints at all to our department.
We have been an objection. It was 2 years ago. It was when the new rules came into from Surrey Police, and we have been through another committee meeting, which they say the kebab ban might be a contributing factor to antisocial behavior. And we have been a committee meeting, and we got our license 2 years ago. And since then, there is no objection from Surrey Police or antisocial behavior. But the last 2 years, the objection came from the Surrey County Highways. And as I said, nothing has been changed, but there is no objection from Surrey Police. And from the public, they support me in this matter, even in the objection came from Surrey Police. I've got lots of customers and non-customers. They said they are happy that I am there because I bring some livelihood in the area, and there is some lights and pedestrian walking. And they say that they are really happy while they are doing a walk or dog walking in the evening. They feel much more safer when I was there. There have been incidents before I was there. The youngsters who are gathering in the bus stop, they have some verbal I don't know the right word for that one, but they try to make nuisance of the residents in Milford Lodge. But since I've started at this point, it has been discontinued. Thank you.
Thanks for that. That's exactly what the councillor said, that she was happy you were in the area. It helped the local residents. Do you have bins and that to clear the litter?
Yes, we have been clearing all litters every night, even not ours. The litter bought from Tesco, or it has been changed to Coop. It used to be Nisa local. And as this is my third year in a row, I bring my support petition, which has been run through last year. This is the same matter. If you want, I can pass you this one, and there is more than 170 signatures here.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with the submission from other councillors. You seems like a real community asset. Just on the subject of the litter, which I think could potentially concern people if they didn't know the site. You're saying you're picking up all the litter around the van every night, whether or not it's even yours?
Yes, I do. She is the one doing that one on Fridays and Saturdays.
The hard work, yeah. Thank you. And it says you're also keeping an eye on the church as well.
I don't know what you mean on keeping an eye, but we have been there, and there were some incidents happened with the carers' cars, and they even come ask help to keep an eye on their cars, because there is elderly people, residents nearby, and they come and go all day long. So I think their time slots are up 15 minutes or half an hour. And they used to park at church close, but after one incident, they come and park on the pavement, and they said, could you please keep an eye out on our vehicles? We help them as well.
Of course, the other user of the pavement is the vicar, the church next door. He also parks there. So, in good company. That's it from us, I think. Are there any other responsible authorities in attendance to make their representations? No?
No, Chair.
Oh, so sorry. Super. I don't think, are there any objectors or supporters who wish to speak?
No, Chairman.
In that case, I think I can close the submission, as all parties have now been heard.
So, Chair, I suggest that we go retire to debate and then return when we're ready. Thank you.
Super. Let's pause for a moment. Okay, back in session. The subcommittee has reached a decision and the meeting will now resume. We have taken account of all the representations made in the report and the comments that have been made this morning. We've decided that consent is granted.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Now,
Close the meeting.
and now I will close the meeting.